Sorry for the delay and a few technical errors that we had here, but we are back here at Olive Hill at West Carter High School for tonight's football action. We have, this is the 50th Battle of the Barrel between the West Carter Comets and the visiting East Carter Raiders. We got about 7 minutes and 30 seconds to game time here. We just got through the national anthem and everything and about ready for the entrance of our teams. Definitely a different environment here today. As you probably read on Facebook and everything from the schools, there was no gate sales here today. All the tickets had to be pre-ordered through the schools, but there is a large crowd here today. Glad to see the boys back out, ready for some football action here today. As we was mentioning earlier, West Carter is coached by Daniel Barker, and this is his third season. He's had a couple fantastic seasons, but last year I think took the cake on there because they are in 2A, and they have made it to the third round of the state playoffs and won the district championship with a perfect 7-0 district record. In Class 2A, they were 7-1, so the only loss coming in the state playoffs. So I believe this is about one of the furthest that a West Carter team has actually made it deep into the playoffs. Played well into November on there. Excellent and exciting time for the school, and we're looking forward to another fantastic year here today. Of course, the visiting East Carter Raiders coming in off of last season's record of 7-4. They are coached by Tim Chaplin, who is in his sixth season at East Carter. They are in the 3A class, and they did make it up to the playoffs last year, but ended up losing in the first round on the state playoffs. Last year they were 1-3 in the district, 2-4 in the Class 3A. So this should definitely be an interesting matchup because it doesn't matter about records or anything right now because this is the first game of the season and not a usual first game for either team. Usually they're about a mid-season. They like to shake off the rust and get a little bit better and everything. However, due to the pandemic and everything, football practice was delayed, for the summer. And now they are back on the field and getting ready to take action on here today. It's awesome for experience for these players, especially the seniors on there, because this being their last year of high school, they are really looking forward to getting some playing time in. Of course, with this world that we live in today, we are not guaranteed anything. So at least we're going to get this game in and everything on there. So we're going to have the West versus East game this year. We hope to get the entire season in and continue on with playing sports and everything. But that is up to everybody that's on there. So just remember to wear your mask, social distance, all of that in effect here at West Carter High School here today. Of course, the usual, when you come into the stadium and everything, there is temperature checks that needs to be completed. Once those are checked in, all participants, season ticket holders, and single game ticket holders had to get checked in off the list and everything. So it's a little bit tight getting in here, a little bit of different procedures, and probably a little bit of a different look on here as well. Usually the stands are completely filled up, but they are spread out a little bit. As you can take a look around the field just a touch here, you see that canopies seem to be the way to go here today. A lot of people circling the track. That is one definitely good thing about football being an outdoor sport on there. And we have a lot of room, a lot of people able to take their spots and everything else all across the field and everything, getting ready to go. As we see at the far end of the field there, we got the East Carter Raiders already on the field, about ready to run out and take their spots. Of course, unfortunately, during the little technical issues that we had, the West Carter Junior ROTC program was able to present the colors and play our national anthem. Good to see them out, as well as their parking duty here today as well. Great experience. And so we're getting ready to get the players out on the field and ready to go. And here comes the Comets. Comets looking good, getting ready, wanting to get that first win. And then, of course, here comes the Raiders out on the field as well. Minute 57 left on the clock here before ready to go. We'll get ready for the coin toss here. Or getting ready to get all the position. The coin toss has already been made. Like we say, things are just a little bit different on here as well. We're glad to see the cheerleaders all here today as well. Everybody all masked up and everything else. Definitely makes everything sound a little bit weird, including myself. We are socially distanced up here on the hill, and we're definitely wearing our face mask and everything else on there. So if I sound a little bit different, if you know me and everything, you'll probably know why then. Looks like the Comets are going to be kicking off on there. They're going to be defending to our right on there, which is closer to the school. And the Raiders are all set up to receive, and they're going to be defending the goal to the left. "20 more seconds to go to the start of the 2020 season on there, and definitely an exciting game to start things out on. Cross-county rivalry. Looks like number 2, Connor Goodman, is back to receive, as well as number 32, Jacob Underwood, back to receive for the Raiders.
All parties have worked hard to create a sense of teamwork, responsibility, and perspective. We remind you that officials expect good behavior and will quickly penalize misconduct.
Number 20, Garrett Wolf, set to kick it off for the Comets here. And football is underway. Short kick on there, and that is brought out by, or received by Brody Stamper, number 33 of the Raiders.
Garrett Wolf kicks it off, and number 23, Cooper Hussey, recovers at the East Carter 33-yard line.
No return on that. They're going to mark the ball at the 33-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 33 for the Raiders, coming out for their first offensive set on there. Shotgun set. Number 13, Kanan Cozy, out there, hands the ball off. Looks like he made it back to the maybe to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a small loss on there. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders. Comets getting in their defensive set. Fakes the handoff, looks to pass. There's some pressure, gets the pass off. And they're going to mark that incomplete, almost intercepted by Latavius Klein.
Throw a Pass is batted into the ground by number 21, Latavius Klein. Brings up third and long.
So that'll be 3rd and 10 for the Raiders. Struggling to get a little bit of movement here today. Hands the ball off. Makes a nice game, but there is a flag on the field.
Number 32, Jacob Underwood takes the ball out. Gains about flag on the play. East Carter is called.
Looks like it's a holding against East Carter. So the progress made on that is going to be coming back on there. So they're going to be losing a little bit more yardage on there. It's always sad to see that when you have a good run on there. Went nice sweep to the right-hand side. But unfortunately, linemen's, was holding on to him just a little bit too much there. And probably something we're going to be seeing quite a bit tonight from both teams because, very little practice. Used to these were the boys of summer and everything, but their summer was cut pretty short. Hands it off.
Number 32, Underwood takes the ball again, and he's brought down immediately by number 71, Gibson.
That's going to bring up about 4th, and looks to be about 19 yards on there. So 4th and 19.
Back to punt is number 1, Logan Kell.
Logan Kell's going to be punting for East Carter on there. So West Carter gets a 3 and out. Nice defensive set. Latavius Klein is back to receive. And the kick is off. A little bit of a short kick. Rolls on the field there. And the Raiders are going to kill it. It looks to be about the 43-yard line of West Carter.
First and 10.
Like I said, definitely a case of probably nerves for both teams because, this being the first game and also a very important game for both teams as well. Because as we said before, this is the 50th matchup that they have on there where they have been battling for the barrel, which is a prize that the winner gets to keep all year long until the next season and when they play for it again. Looks like it's a sweep outside to Latavius Klein. He's got some running room. Looks like a 16-yard gain there for Latavius Klein, so that's going to bring up a West Carter first down. Nice little sweep on there. He just got a little bit of running room on there. It don't take much for him to, if he's got the gap, he's going to take it, and he's going to really make him pay for that. Looks like another handoff there.
Latavius Klein with a good run up the middle.
Looks to be about 9-yard gains on there for Latavius.
Second and 2 for the Comets.
They're going to mark him at 8 yards on there, so it's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Comets. Looks for a pass. Pass is completed. Gets a few yards after that. Gets it down within the, looks to be about the 17-yard line, the 18, 17-yard line for the Comets.
First down brought to you by Madison Cabinet Pharmacy of Allville, Kentucky.
Excellent pass there. Jackson Bond was the receiver on that one. Made a few good moves to shake off a defender or two, get a few extra yards on that catch there. And so that puts the Comets definitely in the red zone. They mark that down at the 19-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Comets. Looks like it's another run there. Gets stopped, looks like at the line of scrimmage. However, there is a flag down on the play. And this is going to be a holding against the Comets, so that's going to push them back just a little bit there. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 20 for the Comets.
2nd and 17, 18 for the Comets.
Drops back to pass, lets it go, and just underthrew him there just a little bit. And we got a little bit of extracurriculars going on in the backfield. The quarterback took a shot on there. A little bit of extra pushing there by East Carter, so I think West Carter's going to be gaining back a little bit of the ground that they lost on there. And it is an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Raiders. It's going to repeat 2nd down for the Comets.
He starts off for unsportsmanlike conduct, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Eli Estep, the quarterback for the Comets there. He was set back, had his target there of Jackson Bond. Didn't complete the pass, but after the pass was incomplete, had just a little bit of shoving there and knocked him back down on the ground after the play on there was over, so that brought up the unsportsmanlike conduct. So that brings up, looks like 2nd and 4 for the Comets. 8:50 left to go in the first quarter. Had the officials talking just a little bit on the sideline there. Looks like we're back to ready to play again. Estep lining up in the shotgun. Hands it off to Klein. He's got a hole. Looks like he picks up the first down on there for the Comets.
First down brought to you by the Madison County Pharmacy of Olive. A 1st and goal from around the 8-yard line.
So that's going to be 1st and goal on the 8-yard line for the Comets. Hands it off, right sweep to Klein on there. And he gets in for a Comet touchdown. Nice little play there. Estep gets the handoff to Klein there. Does a right sweep, finds a hole, and is barely touched as he enters into the end zone to pick up the first points of the game for the Comets. As right now they are up 6-0, and we're getting ready for the point after. Garrett Wolf is setting to kick the point after on there. Ball's down, it's up. And it is no good. So just a little bit short. He had some height then on it, just a little bit. It looked like it could have crossed the bar, but it looks like it fell just a touch short on there. So West Carter still has a lead on there, 6-0, with 8:15 left to go here in the first quarter. I believe that last drive took 7 plays to get down to the end zone on there. definitely a way you would like to start off your game. Getting some great running there by Latavius Klein. Wolf sets it down, getting ready to kick it off from the 40-yard line.
Back to the Raiders, number 2, Connor Goodman, and number 32, Jacob Underwood.
It was about a 30-yard kickoff on his first attempt. Calls for a fair catch, but it is out of bounds.
Around the 30-yard line.
Flags on the play there. Legal procedure. Kicking the ball out of bounds on a kickoff.
East Carter will start out on their 35-yard line.
So that's going to bring the ball up to the 35-yard line for the Comets. For the Raiders coming out for their second drive. First one was a 3-and-out. They had an excellent opportunity on a fantastic sweep to the right, but got called for holding. So let's see how they're going to respond to this. Looks like it's a handoff there. Going to pick up maybe a yard or two. Looks like it's going to be 1 yard on there. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Raiders.
13, Dylan Rose. 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Of course, West Carter is a very strong team, brought back several seniors this year. Looks like he's back to pass, gets it there, and incomplete, falls right through his hands. Had a great opportunity on there. Jacob Underwood was the intended receiver. So that brings up 3rd down for the Raiders, 3rd and 8. Cozy back in the shotgun. Comets are showing blitz. Looks like he keeps it there, scrambles, and he is sacked for a loss on there. Looks about a 6 to 7 yard loss there for the Raiders.
A loss of 7 on the play brings up 4th and 15 for the Raiders.
So that's going to be a nice loss there. Comets bringing back the quarterback down in the backfield. That's going to bring up 4th and 15, so that's going to bring up another East Carter punt here. Klein is set back to receive for West. A little bit of a bobble on the snap there. And that just takes the ball, looks like it to be about the 45-yard line.
6-yard line, East Carter.
So it was a bad snap going back to the punter there, and he was able to get a hand onto it and then able to get it off there real quick for a, looks like to be about a maybe 15 to 20-yard punt for the Raiders. So things are definitely not going their way tonight. 2 3-and-outs, followed by a miscue on the punt, but yet definitely something that we kind of expect on there, especially early season football and this type of game that we have. Handoffs to Latavius Klein. He gets wrapped up and met by a whole mess of Raiders on there and brought down. Looks like he picks up a couple yards on there. So it's going to be 2nd down for the Comets. Second and 9, pickup of 1 on that play. Excuse me, Ori Perry's the quarterback of the Comets. A hands off to Klein again. Nice little pickup there. It's going to bring up third down for the Comets. Picks up about 6 on that play, so it's going to be 3rd and 3. So the Raiders hoping for a stop here. Hope to get the ball back, but right now the Comets have definitely been on their running game. But let's see if they keep it on the ground here or if they're going to air it out a little bit. They're going to keep it on the ground. They give it to Klein. He's got a hole to go through, plows over a Raider, and picks up a huge gain on there. Takes it down to about the 22-yard line for a Wes Carter first down. Nice run on there. I think the Raiders were reading pass because Jackson Bond, that looks like Ori Perry's favorite target so far tonight. He has completed 1 to him already, but they were sitting back just a little bit, and Klein just decided to go ahead and just run it straight up there. In motion now. Airing out to Bond. Oh, and incomplete. That was off to the races there for Bond. Taking it off to the far right-hand side there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Comets. For a while, it looked like the Comets was going to overload on the left-hand side with their receivers, but gets them all spread out across the field now. Hands it off there to number 5. That is Cole Crampton. Picks up a short gain on there, giving Latavius Klein just a little bit of a break, but here he comes back out on the field for the Comets. So this is going to bring up 3rd down for Wes Carter. Perry's back to pass. Sweeps out to the right-hand side, gets the pass off to Bond, and it is a catch and a touchdown for the Comets. Oh, excuse me, that wasn't Bond. That was 32. Blake McGlone with the touchdown catch. A little bit hard to see from up here. We're up on the hill behind the bleachers on there. That's where you probably see a little bit of the fencing right there. About the best spot we could get here tonight, but yeah, that was definitely a good pass. Swept off to the right-hand side. Had them wide open down on the field and took it in for the easy 6 for the Comets. So they converted that 3rd down on there. That's the second 3rd down that they converted this time. Wes Carter not going for the kick. They go for the little trick play there. Direct snap to Blake McGlone, who throws it in for the for the extra point. So they pick up the 2-point conversion on there. Definitely one thing that we all miss here tonight is the band playing the fight song on there, but very difficult to social distance with the band, and also practice time and everything else for them. So, we're hoping sooner or later to get them back out and everything. The crowd's all pumped up and everything here, but definitely could use the band and a good old On Wes Carter fight song. So as we see the scoreboard over here, reads right now 4:01 left to go in the first quarter. West Carter is leading 14-0. We definitely like to thank you for viewing and tuning in to Mantis Sports Media and our first football preview on there for us. So we're excited to have that. Still working out a few bugs and everything else, trying to get all the technical aspects all together. So hopefully we can get all that ready to go for you here, so we can have some great high school football. Of course, if you would like to sponsor or help us out a little bit on there, feel free to contact us at mantissportsmedia@gmail.com or give us a phone call at 606-207-3315. Or make sure that you also like us on Facebook and share our post. We'd be glad to help you out on there, and glad to provide this service to you. Gets the kickoff there. No return.
Brody Stamper covers up the kickoff.
Brody Stamper on the reception there.
First and 10
from Garrett Wolf's kickoff there.
the 35-yard line.
They're going to spot the ball at the 35-yard line, so it's going to be first and 10 from the Raider 35. So as we said, the Raiders have been struggling so far on there, having two 3-and-outs on there, having to punt. Haven't picked up their first down yet, but we'll see what happens here. Comets have not let them into their own territory, so they have kept the ball in their on their field. Quarterback keeper on there breaks a couple tackles and finally pulled down there by number 12, Gage Lettingham, on the tackle there. Caden Cozy on there for the quarterback keeper. Picks up 6 yards on there, bringing up 2nd and 4th. Another miscue on the snap there. Cozy has to lay on it and takes it for a few yard loss on there.
3rd and 9 for the Raiders. Directions on the 36.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and a long 9, just about back to the original line of scrimmage there. So Raiders are not having a good night tonight so far. So we will continue to see how they play this out and see if they can shake off the nerves and everything else and get back into the game there. Quarterback rolls out to his left, dodges the tackle, and then gets plowed under by number 71, Gavin Gibson from West Carter.
Gavin Gibson laying down Kazee in the backfield. Has a loss of 2 yards on the play, 3 yards on the play. 4th and 12 for the Raiders.
So they're backing that up just a little bit. Looks like a loss of about 4 yards. So it's 4th and 14, and out comes the punting unit again. Last punt, it was a miscue on the snap, as we got 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Comets are leading 14-0, about ready to get back the football. Good snap, gets the punt off. Decent punt on there. Lands about the 41-yard line, and it rolls all the way back down about right in front of us here to about the 30-yard line for the West Carter Comets. Minute 53 left to go in the first quarter, as the West Carter Comets is going to take over on their own 35-yard line, or excuse me, the 30-yard line for 1st and 10.
We'd like to remind everyone that social distancing and masks are required while in the stadium. Please put your mask on, or you will be escorted from the stadium.
Shotgun formation for the Comets as he hands off to number 5, Cole Crampton. Pushes his way up. Looks to be about a 5-yard gain there. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Comets. It's the 9th time the Comets have run the football this game. They've had a lot of success on the ground and not too bad in the air as well, including one touchdown. Klein is actually set up as a receiver this time. Miscue on the snap, and he falls down on top of it. Perry falls down on top for a loss. So that's going to bring up a long third down. Looks to be about 3rd and 12, or 3rd and 13 there for the Comets. So far, they have converted every third down that they've had so far. Klein in the backfield. Perry's ready to take the snap. Good snap. Hands off to Klein. Sweep to the right. And gets it back up to just a little bit past the original line of scrimmage there. Picks up about 5 yards on the play there. 4 yards, excuse me. That's going to bring up 4th and 9 for the Comets. So first time Comets are facing 4th down in this game, as it looks like they're going to let the clock run out to end the first quarter there. So at the end of the first quarter, it's West Carter 14, East Carter 0. Once again, we do thank you for watching Mantis Sports Media on there, as we are getting our first home football game here for the Comets. Feel free to comment and everything on there. We'd like to see where you're all at, who you're all rooting for, and everything else on there. So feel free to leave us a comment on there. If you'd like to sponsor us or to advertise with us, feel free to contact us at Mantis Sports Media. That's MANTIS SPORTSMEDIA, Mantis Sports Media at gmail.com. And like I said, you can call us at 606-207-3315. Or just shoot us a message there on Facebook as well. We'd love to hear from you. Well, definitely a dominated first quarter there by the Comets, picking up 3 first downs, as well as 2 touchdowns. So as we get ready to start the second quarter on here.
Number 33, Isaac Bond back to kick.
And number 33 for West Carter kicks it off. Lands about the 40-yard line, takes a roll back on there.
Bond's kick goes dead around the 42.
That was Isaac Bond on the kicking team there, punting it off for West Carter. Gives East Carter some good field position to start out with, as they are going to be on their own 42-yard line. He's under center, takes it, hands it off.
Underwood brings the ball out and gains about 4 yards on the play.
Hands it off to number 33, Brody Stamper. Pickup of about 4 yards on the play there. So East Carter 2nd and 6. And handoff again. Takes it up to the left-hand side, but met at the line of scrimmage there by Stamper again on the carry. Small gain, maybe picked up about a yard and a half on there.
No gain, it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Raiders.
Excuse me, they marked him down for no gain, so it's 3rd and 6 on there. Just looking at the official there, and just a step or two up on there, away from the marker line, so a little bit hard to see from this angle. And another handoff again as he hands off to the right to number 32. That's Jacob Underwood for East Carter. Small loss on there. So that's going to be a loss of 2 downs for the Raider, or a loss of 2 yards for the Raider. That brings up 4th and 8. And so another 3 and out for the Raiders. As number 1, Logan Kales back to punt. Good snap. Gets the kick down. Nice spiraling kick. Goes all the way down to the 20-yard line of the Comets, but however, there is a flag down on the play. So let's see who this flag is against there. It was thrown on the far side, right in front of the Comets bench. Looks like Coach Chaplin's having a conversation with the head official. And looks like it is against the Raiders on here. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Coach Chaplin is really giving it to the ref right now. Trying to get an explanation. Like I said, that flag was thrown right on the far side of the field. That's a second unsportsmanlike for the Raiders for tonight. So that's going to push up the Comets on there. They were about the 20-yard line. As the officials are still talking it over, trying to get the placement of the ball on here. 9:48 left to go in the second quarter. Comets are still leading 14-0. And now it looks like there was a flag also on that play against the Comets, holding. I guess the official originally came out and showed unsportsmanlike conduct against the Raiders, and then right after that, after a little conversation, came back and had a holding against the Comets on the return. Both coaches a little bit fired up over this play here. So that's going to push the Comets back just a little bit on there. They were at the the 20-yard line, and it looks like that holding call is going to take them down to the 10. Lineman crew needing to get into position there. A little bit of confusion there. Like I said, we had a unsportsmanlike conduct against the Raiders, but no yards was tacked on for that one. But then the Comets got pushed back 10 yards on the holding call as they hand it off to Latavius Klein, who gains about a yard on the play. Brings up second down for the Comets. So they're going to mark him down 2 yards out there, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Comets. He step under center, airs it out there to Bond, and just a bit too much for him. He definitely had his man beat out there, but just a little bit too much on it. Excellent pass there, but like I said, just a little too strong. Probably about a good 2 or 3 yards out from Bond on there. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 8 for the Comets. Back to pass. Gets it off to Klein on the screen pass and ends up losing a few yards on there. So Comets bring up 4th down. So it's going to be about a 4th and 10 looks like. So Comets deep in their own field. Going to have to punt it off there. Of course, Comets are still leading the game 14-0. But the Raider defense has put a stop on the Comets the last 2 times. So this is the 2nd kick that they've had on there. And kind of a pooch kick straight up on there. Bond touches it and everything. So not a good kick. And looks like they spot it about the 30-yard line. Or maybe just a little bit inside the 30 on there. About the 29, so this is the best field position that the Raiders have started out with on the night. Had a good snap to it, but just kicked it straight up in the air. Not much of a huge hang time, but not much distance on that. As Kazee is back for 1st and 10. Sitting in the shotgun. Hands it off. Hands it off to number 20. That's Charlie Terry. Small pickup on there. I believe they said Nauman was on the tackle.
Pickup of 1 brings up 2nd and 9 for the Raiders.
So 2nd and 9 for East Carter now. Back in the shotgun formation again, 2 backs. Takes a step back, looks a pass. He's got some pressure on him, escapes that pressure and gets tied up there. Looks like Logan Berry on there on the tackle. Or excuse me, that was Isaac Bond, 33 on the tackle. So that is 3rd and 9 for the Raiders, or Or excuse me, 3rd and 8, looks like. Single back setting there for the Raiders. Takes the handoff, keeps it himself. About falls, takes a knee back on the line of scrimmage, looks like.
Fourth and 7 for the Raiders.
And East Carter's going to take a timeout here, discuss it over on what to do on 4th and 7, it looks like. Once again, we thank you for watching Manta Sports Media's presentation of the 50th Battle for the Barrel of Carter County. .654 left to go in the second quarter. Raiders trying to get it done on the ground this time, and made a little bit of progress, stepping forward just a touch, but brings up 4th down and 7 to go. So decision time here. And it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Kazee in the back in the shotgun formation, one back right next to him. Takes a few steps back, looks up down the field, airs it out on there, and it is incomplete. Turnover on downs for the Raiders.
From their own 27-yard line.
So Comets are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line. Comets struggling a little bit in this second quarter, have scored all their 14 points in the first quarter. And things are now starting to settle down just a little bit. Perry back in the shotgun. Latavius Klein off to his right. And it's a handoff, a sweep to the left, and he's got some running room on there. Pretty good yardage on that. Looks to be about up to the 47-yard line. So about a 20-yard run there for Latavius Klein on the sweep left. Brings up another first down for the Comets there. Comets definitely getting it done on the ground here today. Four wide receivers for the Comets. As Perry takes a look, gets the pass off to 32. And he picks up a first down on there, about a 15-yard gain. So that was to Blake McGlone, Perry to McGlone for about a 15-yard gain, and another Comet first down. Here we say that the Comets were getting it done on the ground, but now they're showing they've got an arm as well in Perry. That's his 4th completion on the night. Comets lined up again, 4 wide receivers, 1 running back. And Perry set to pass again, airs it out down the left-hand side. Just a little bit too strong there. They were side and side. Looks like that was intended to Bond.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Comets.
Not afraid to air it out here tonight. Taking a deep shot because the Comets right now is on the 37-yard line. Splits the field again, 4 receivers, 1 back, and he's back to pass again. Gets it back to number 32 there, Blake McGlone.
Number 32, McGlone. Out to around the 32-yard
Yeah, it's
yard line. Gain 9. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Yep, it looks like he has made it all the way about a 9-yard gain on that. Brings up 3rd and 1 for the Comets on the 20, looks like the 29, just a little bit past the 29-yard line. Perry still in the shotgun. Has some extra protection on the side there as he hands it off to Latavius Klein, who gets the first down, and he keeps going and then eventually pushed out of bounds right around the 15-yard line there.
That is a first down. That first down brought to you by Morris Academy Volunteer.
So Comets with another first down. I believe that's their 6th on the night with 4:52 left to play here in the half. Comets now 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line, so it's just inside the 15 there. And looks like we have a timeout. Wes Carter. So once again, we would like to thank you for viewing here tonight. The 50th Battle for the Barrel here in Carter County, playing here at West Carter High School tonight.
Social distancing and wearing your mask is required inside the stadium. Both the state of Kentucky and the KHSAA. Anyone refusing to wear a mask will be escorted from the stadium.
Once again, if you would like to help us out, make a donation, or would like to advertise with us, or if you'd like to get a birthday or a special announcement out, feel free to contact us at mantissportsmedia@gmail.com, or feel free to call us at 606-207-3315, or just leave us a Facebook message. Make sure that you do like, follow, and share our videos that we have available, because tomorrow on the schedule, we're going to be back in the gym for some volleyball action tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, as the Lady Comets, I believe, is going to take on Raceland. So Perry in the shotgun. Ball in motion, hands it off to Klein. Klein drills it through and easily in for another Comet touchdown. So that brings it up now 20-0 for the West Carter Comets. Second touchdown on the night for Latavius Klein. Number 20, Garrett Wolf, is set back. Looked like he was going to kick there for a second and then rearranged. Now they're all back in formation. Number 32, Blake McGlone, is going to be holding for Wolf. There's the snap. Kick is up. And this time it is good.
The kick is good, and that extra point is brought to you by Patrick Flannery for state representative.
One of 2 tonight on extra points when kicking by Wolf. The last time Wolf ended up throwing a touchdown on there for not a touchdown, but a 2-point conversion for the Comets on the last possession that they had. So this brings it up to 21-0 right now for West Carter. Easily in the driver's seat right now. Like I said, we've had a couple miscues. Teams on definitely a few snapping problems and a few kicking problems and everything. But the teams are looking like they're starting to settle down just a touch, getting back into the game of football on there. Like I said, emotions are definitely high on this game, especially number 1 being the first game of the season. This late season for us, and then as well as being the cross-county matchup and the battle for the barrel on there. We know that the seniors for each squad is definitely wanting to get things done, and they want to keep that barrel at their school. So it looks like Wolf now is set to kick off. Fair catch called. Brings it up to about the 32-yard line on there. Don't believe we've had much of a return by either team on there tonight. It seems like the ball is either dropped a little bit short or has went over top their head and has been touched to kill the ball on there. 4:45 left to go in the half. Raiders trying to get something going, down by 3 touchdowns. Kazee alone in the backfield in the shot. He's got one with him in the backfield. Quarterback keeps it up, gets it up to about the 40-yard line there. The 35-yard line. And that's going to bring up a second down. About 3 yards on the play.
Just a 3 yards on the carry.
Because he is definitely a quarterback that doesn't mind to keep it on there. Surveys the field, see if there's anything open, then takes right on off with it. This time he hands it off, but he's in a lot of trouble, breaking a few tackles and about a loss of 3 yards on there. That was Jacob Underwood on the carry. Comets had read that one just about perfectly there, had him in the backfield. Struggling. It was going to be a sweep to the left there, but Comets read run all the way and had it going to the left. And so Underwood was very lucky to get break a few tackles on there. But still, it's taking it back. So it's 3rd and 10 now. Another miscue on the snap there as Kazee keeps it, and he is tackled for a loss. That's another sack for Wes Carter. I believe they said Rayburn on the sack on there. So that's going to bring up 4th down. About 4th and 12, it looks like. And I believe we have a timeout on the field. So the Raiders offense still struggling out there. Looking at another 3 and out after the Wes Carter touchdown. Only 3 passes on the night, 3 attempted passes on the night by Kazee on there. Hasn't completed anything yet, so he's 0-3. Raiders been trying to take care of business on the ground, but the Comets have been really holding on to it. Looks like number 1, Kales, is back to kick. Little end-over-end kick there, rolls about to the 40-yard line, and it looks like it's going to be stopped there by the Raiders. So it's going to take it all the way down to about the, appears to be about the 30, I think they said the 36 on there of Wes Carter. So the Comets have got it 1st and 10, about midway through their own territory there. Comets also really loving to take it on the ground here tonight. However, they have had 9 pass attempts, 5 of them being completed on there. Carter's looking at 6 first downs for the quarter. So definitely A little bit of breathing room for them on the night here as they spread across the field. Perry looks to pass, gets it out to number 32. He takes it on there, and so that is McGlone again. Gets a small pickup on that passing play. Right now Perry's about 60% completion rate on there. Back in the shotgun again, looking to pass, gets it off to Bond this time. He takes a hit and keeps going and plows it all the way down, close to about the 38, and another flag on the play there. We'll see who this is on here. It was thrown after it looks like he went down, so it is a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. And this time it's going against the Comets. So this one's going to be coming back a little bit there.
Was on the 43-yard line, and he gained a 15 or lost 15 yards on the unsportsmanlike.
So got the first down and then ended up losing 15 on it. So just about back to where he started out at.
First and 10, though.
So the Comets are first and 10 on there. Like I said, definitely temperatures are rised for this game on there as Perry's back to pass, gets it back to McGlone again. As he shakes and bakes a little bit on there, keeps it going, has passed for the first down and is brought down on there right about the 38-yard line.
First down brought to you by Madison County Pharmacy. We need for all 2019 senior football players to report to the Colonel. That is all 2019 senior football players to report to the Colonel.
So Comets are first and 10 on the 42-yard line. With 2:08 left to play in the half. Perry's completed his last couple passing attempts there. Back in the shotgun again. Looks to pass again over to the side to Bond. Juggles it. Oh, awesome catch as he holds on to it. Only picks up about 4 yards on there. About 3 or 4 yards. But that was a crazy catch on there. He had it and lost it. It was up in the air. He was being tackled backwards and it bumped it back to himself on there. And so that was a fantastic catch there on there. Not a lot of yardage production, but definitely one to look like for the highlight reel. As Perry looks to air it out again, one to get it up to McGlone. McGlone's looking for a flag on there. However, it is ruled incomplete. East Carter Stamper on the breakup on there. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Comets. Comets with 3 wide receivers. Perry gets it, hands it off to Klein, who's got a first down and then some, and they finally bring him down around the 22-yard line on there. So another first down for the Comets on there. As we got 1:15 left to go in this half. Perry gets the snap, looks to pass. Airing it out to Bond there, who makes the catch but is ruled out of bounds. So incomplete pass there for the Comets.
Perry's pass was intended for Bond, but he couldn't stay keeping it in.
Makes the catch but can't keep it in bounds. So that stops the clock with 1:01 left to go in the half, as the Comets are faced up now with a 2nd and 10. Perry looking to pass again, airs it out, looking for Bond again, but this time throws it to the back of the end zone on there. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down. Perry trying to go for the whole thing on there. Only 22 yards to the house on there. He's definitely got the arm to get it there. Just has to get an open receiver and get some hands on it and keep it in bounds. 55.5 seconds left to go in the half. Comets 3rd and 10. This time he hands it off to Klein, who's got a 1st down and gets really close there. Looks like he takes it all the way down to about the 7-yard line of the Comets. So that brings up another 1st down for Wes Carter. 48.1 seconds left to go on the clock. They mark the ball on the 8-yard line. So fresh set of downs and 48.1 seconds to take it into the house to go in with a 3-score lead. Comets definitely would love to go back in with that lead increased up, but we'll see if they can get these last 8 yards as he hands it off to Klein, who sweeps out to the right and is brought down for a touchdown. He picks up the 8 yards. Klein with another touchdown on the night. So that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the evening. So the Comets now lining up for the extra point. McGlone set to hold it for Wolf. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So Wolf is 2 of 3 tonight on extra points while kicking, and then of course we had the 2-point conversion there in the first half or the first quarter on there.
Your Comets lead 28 to East Carter's 0.
So one more rushing touchdown for Klein, and Klein will tie Al Bundy from Polk High School, famous shoe salesman there in Chicago. If he can get one more rushing touchdown, he can claim then that he got 4 touchdowns in one game as well. He's sitting on 3 right now. Still 41.4 seconds for the Raiders to try to get some points on the board before going into the locker room there. As Wolf is set to kick it off as the Comets get in formation there. It's a nice little end-over-end kick there. Ends up about the 25-yard line, and we're going to get a return this time. Brings it upfield. A pretty good return there for East Carter. That was returned by Charlie Terry. Brings it all the way up to about the 43, 44-yard line there for the Raiders. So good field position starting out, but the clock is definitely not in their favor with just 35.9 seconds left to go in the half. Rolls out to his left, looking to pass. Kazee looks like he has a man there, and he has completed it there to number 7, and he kind of shakes and bakes there a little bit for the biggest gain of the day for the Raiders. Picks up their first down of the night. And that was completed to Ethan Moore, senior for East Carter on there. So Kazee to Ethan Moore for a huge gain. Takes it all the way down. Looks to be about the 20-yard line of the Comets. So one of the few times that the Raiders have been in on Comet territory tonight. Kazee had some pressure on him. Was shaking off to the left there a little bit. Ducked a few tackles and then kept his head upfield and finally looked and saw his target down there. Found Ethan Moore on the left-hand side there. As they call a timeout with 23.5 seconds left. So about 20 yards left to go for the Raiders on there. But once again, Father Time is definitely not on their side right now. Comets looking to make a stop here. Want to take a 4-score lead into the locker room on there. Okay, the Raiders break the huddle and break the timeout on there. As they spread the field a little bit, 4 receivers for Kazee on there. Lots of targets as he keeps his heads up, look up, takes a step up, throws the bomb toward the end zone, and incomplete. Right through the hands of a Comet defender down there. Almost an interception looked like, but just a little bit over his head. A few more inches up, and he would have had a touchback, and the Comets could easily win in victory formation to finish off the half here. But that brings up 2nd and 10 for the Raiders with 17.6 seconds left to go in the half. Kazee out to the right-hand side. Looks to throw again, has a man in the end zone, and they're waving it off, said he was out of bounds. Wide open in the end zone all by himself. Let's see who that looks like. Kind of looks like number 2 on there, Connor Goodman, appeared to be. I think that was him that had the pass. He had his feet down trying to keep it in bounds, but he had at least 1 foot outside on that far right-hand side there. So that's going to bring up 3rd down for the Raiders with 10.6 seconds left to go. Kazee looks again, giving it right back to him on the same play and right over his hands again. So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Raiders. Looked like that was to Goodman again. Felt Figured it worked the first time. Let's try it again on there. But 4th and 10 now for the Raiders. 5.2 seconds left to go in the half. Looks like they got the kicking team out there. Trying to get some points on the board here tonight in the first half. Logan Kills looking like he's set to kick it there. Snap is down, kick is flat, and right into Latavius Klein's hands. And he is off to the races. Dodges a man. There's a flag down on the field. He's still on his feet. Brought down around the 20-yard line, but there is a flag all the way back at about the 40-yard lines of the Comets, and there's another flag. Looks like it's thrown on the Comets sideline over there. So we've got a couple penalties. So field goal attempt was up. But it was a flat kick. Latavius Klein was in the back of the end zone. Picks it up and takes off to the races with it. Ends up going a good 85 yards on the return there. But there's, as I said, there's two penalty flags. One is sitting around the Comets 40-yard line. And then the other one is sitting around the Comets sideline at the the 23-yard line. So officials are sorting this out and everything, seeing how to assess the penalties. Of course, time expired on that, so we are at the half, but we're going to see if we have an untimed down on there or not, as the Raiders are taking a knee in the end zone with their coaching staff. And here's the call on the play. It looks like we have a block on the back against the Comets, and that penalty is declined. And then we have an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Raiders. So two penalties on there. So block in the back by the Comets on that. And then the unsportsmanlike conduct over on the far hand side there. But that does not result in an untimed play as time expired on Latavius Klein's return of the field goal attempt by the Raiders there. So those penalties are just declined on there. Good call by the coach for East Carter to decline that penalty. That way so they can go ahead and call it halftime. So West Carter's going into the locker room with a 28-0 lead, as it has been all West Carter here tonight. Taking a look so far at the half, looks like Perry has just right around 16 attempts on there and has completed 9 of them. One of them for a touchdown there. Latavius Klein's definitely been having a busy night tonight, as the Comets been keeping it on the ground, running it about 17 times, so pretty even on the playing call there. Comets picked up around 8 first downs during that half. East Carter, not a whole lot of production out there. They've been struggling most of the night, had several 3-and-outs. Did have a little bit of light there with one fantastic pass, picked up a little over 20-some yards on there for him, and that is the only completion there by Kazee, who's made 5 attempts on there. Raiders mostly keeping it on the ground, running it about 13 times and having 1 first down altogether. So we are here at the half. 15 minutes on the clock, just now starting. Looked like a little bit, or sounded a little bit earlier that the announcer said that they're probably going to be doing some honoring of the 2019 senior Comets on there. Like I said, being the district champs last year, undefeated in their district and going well deep into the playoff system there for the 2A. Had a real good shot there. Just a few more rounds left to go for the state championship, but fell a little short in that round on there, and so that is where they finished off their season last year. So fantastic year for the Comets last year, and so far looking very good here tonight, with the score at the half being 28-0. Once again, we'd like to thank you for watching Manta Sports Media. If you have any comments, feel free to message us or leave the comments down there. Cheer on your favorite team, whether you're cheering for the Comets or the Raiders tonight. Go ahead and let us know out there. If you have any announcements you'd like to make, us to make or anything on the air for our next game or anything else on there, feel free to contact us. Just shoot us a message on Facebook there. Or you can email us at mantasportsmedia@gmail.com, or give us a phone call at 606-207-3315.
2019 senior football players out to midfield.
As I said, they are honoring the 2019 senior football players returning back in. Had their senior year cut short due to the pandemic, but fortunately they were able to finish off their season last year.
Halftime tonight, we want to take a special moment to stand out and welcome our 2019 senior football players back to Blankenship Field one last time, to recognize them as the Class 2A District 8 champions of 2019. Please direct your attention to the top of the press box where Coach Kevin Brown is about to display the championship banner.
I can't get a shot of this right now, but on top of the press box, previous coach Kevin Brown, longtime coach for the Comets, retired just a few years ago when Daniel Barker took over, unveiled the banner for the District 8 championship. As we said, the Comets were undefeated that season in their district, winning several ball games very easily and everything, and then doing everybody very proud, going in deep into the playoffs. So we'll take a break here for just a few moments and everything on there, as halftime has about 11 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. You are watching Manta Sports Media on Facebook and on there. So once again, leave us some comments and everything else. Love to hear from you. But as we take a break here, we'll come back here in just a little bit for the second half, with the Comets now leading 28-0. As we said, we'll be back here shortly with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the halftime. here at West Carter High School, with the Comets leading 28-0. You're watching Mantis Sports Media. Alrighty, we're still here at West Carter with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the half. On there, I'd like to thank some of our viewers for chiming in and everything. I'd like to thank Josh Cundiff for viewing. Definitely, high school is it's exciting time to get us back on there. Leslie Davis and Jeff Bond. Jeff Bond's definitely cheering on the Comets here tonight. I'd like to thank my brother Chris Irwin. He's liking Mantis Sports Media here tonight. Of course, tonight being football night for him, it's night down at the drive-in. And that's the Judy Drive-In. down in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. So give them a little shout out on here. So the GD Drive-In, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, one of the best places to go watch a movie, especially right now and in the pandemic and everything. Make sure you visit his website at www.gddrivein.com and take a look and see what all he is playing. He has had some awesome shows down there tonight. Over the different pandemic hasn't slowed him down too much down there. Being naturally social distanced with everybody being in their cars and everything, but he's had multiple concerts down there. And even though that the movie theater or the movie producers aren't putting out the movies like they used to, he's bringing back lots of the classics. So once again, check out GDDrivein.com down there, and come see him on a Saturday night or Friday night if there's not a football game in your area. So pay him a visit and tell him Mantis Sports Media sent you down there. Also, got several other people giving us a thumbs up and everything else on there. We'd like to thank all of them. I'd like to thank Katrina Jarrett for coming in, Anna Cond on there, Jeff Bond, my dad, Gary Irwin, and my wife, my lovely wife, Rachel, at home with our 3 kids, Katie Irwin, Emily Irwin, and Sarah Irwin on there. So they're at home listening to the good old Mantis here tonight. Once again, this is Jeff Irwin with at West Carter High School on there. So we've got some good game going on here tonight, at least for the Comets on there, as they are now starting to come back out on the field on there. So we are entering in now the third quarter. We've got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go until the start of the third quarter. But the Comets, it's been all West Carter all night tonight on there. West Carter scored 14 points in the first quarter. Ended up matching that as well in the second quarter. First quarter, starting out with Latavius Klein running it in for a touchdown, and then airing out a pass, Perry to McGlone on there for the touchdown. That ended up the first quarter that way. Then it was all Latavius Klein in the second quarter as he ran 2 touchdowns in and just about picked up a third touchdown in the quarter on there with picking up the flat field goal attempt by the Raiders and taking it deep in the end zone. Picks it up and just takes right on off with it, drives it about 85 yards down the field. Of course, he was brought down at the 20-yard line, but a couple flags on the play on there ended off the second quarter. So the Comets kicked it off on the first half, so they should be receiving the ball here for the second half on there. East Carter's had some struggling so far to get the ball moving. Had a little success on the ground. That seems to be their favorite way to move the ball here tonight, but not afraid to air it out as well. Did have one awesome pass and just about had a touchdown pass on the far right-hand side there, but was not able to keep both feet in bounds on there, or one foot was just outside of it on there, but it was a fantastic catch. But just couldn't capitalize on it and put 6 up on the board for the Raiders. So we're going to see here West Carter coming back on there, seeing if they can try to stretch out this lead a little bit. And West Carter, they can practically feel the barrel right now as they are looking to bring it back and put it in the front office trophy case on there, where it usually stays at. Of course, hopefully we'll be back in school at some point in time here, so we can have everybody see that for them, for whoever wins tonight. But right now, it definitely looks like everything's going the Comets' way. And there's the horn ending off the halftime as the players continue to stretch out just a little bit. beautiful night here at West Carter. Started out the evening, it was just a bit warm and everything, but had some clouds over there. But it is a fantastic night to be out on there. So, beautiful weather. It's not too hot, slight breeze blowing in. Great Friday night to be out underneath the lights here at West Carter. As we said, after 6 months of being indoors and everything else, it is nice to have a little bit of normalcy being underneath the lights here for Friday Night Lights here in good old Kentucky here at Olive Hill on there. We are glad to have everybody with us as we are 2 minutes away from starting off the third quarter with the Comets leading 28-0. Of course, the officiating crew out here tonight using the traditional whistles. I was watching a game the other day that had, I believe it was a high school game a little bit further south of us on there. But they were actually using the electronic whistles, which those are available, but not near as loud as probably the Fox 40s that these officials are using here tonight. Of course, if you ever are interested in becoming an official, please visit the KHSAA website at khsaa.org. And there is a link on there to figure out how to become an official. These kids out here, they work hard day in and day out during their season to perform well out here, and they need people to run the game, help them manage the games for them and everything. And so these officials, they work hard in the off season, learning the rules, taking tests, going through training sessions and everything. It's a little weird season for them as well, but they can always use the help on there because in addition to varsity matches, there's JV, freshman, middle school, JFL, lots of different leagues that are out there for everybody to kind of take part of. So it is a good experience to get into. As a former football official myself, these are great guys, a great group of guys to work with and everything. So Logan Kells getting ready to kick it off for East Carter as Latavius Klein is in the back set to receive, as well as Jackson Bond. However, the kicks haven't been getting back to him too far. It seems like about the 40 or 30-yard line has been about as deep as they've been tonight, kind of getting in on the secondary on there just a little bit. Like I said, we've only had really one return tonight, so let's see how this one goes here to start off the third quarter. Takes it about out to the 45 as he returns it back up and ends up right at about midfield at the 50-yard line. And there is another flag on the play. I think that was Connor Goodman, I believe, on the return there. As the officials discussing the flag over once again on the West Carter side over there. Ball sit right now at the 50-yard line, or excuse me, the 40-yard line. However, the flag is being waved off. It's an inadvertent flag, so the Comets are going to be 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. So here's Perry's first snap of the second half. As he hands it off to Klein, who sweeps to the right. There's a flag on the play, but he is gone to the house. This one may be coming back, though. He is in for the touchdown there. But like I said, I believe this one is going to be coming back because it is, a block below the knees against Wes Carter. So a 40-yard run by Latavius Klein, canceled out by a block below the knees on there. So instead of picking up 6 more early on here in the third quarter, it's a chop block on there. Still first down, but that's going to push them back another, I believe that is 15 yards, it looks like.
Brings it back 15 yards as it'll be first and 25 for the Comets.
Perry set back to pass. He's got it in the air, and he's got Jackson Bond, who takes it down to the 6-yard line. However, there is another flag on the play. Let's see what the officials call this time. Now, this time it is looks like a sideline warning. So that play is going to stand for Wes Carter. Yep, a sideline warning on there for those not familiar with it. If some of the players get a little bit too close to the playing field and everything, the officials will throw a flag on there and just give them a warning just to start things off. Next time it will be a penalty if it gets to be too much on there, but has no effect on the play. So huge, about 30. About a 30-yard pass there from Perry to Bond. Handoff on there. Picks up 3 yards on the carry. So Perry in the shotgun, Klein off to his left there. Gets it in, he's looking to pass, passes over to the left, and it is complete for a Comet touchdown. That is his second touchdown pass of the evening. I believe that one was to McGlone on there. So picking up another touchdown early on here in the third quarter. Looks like Comets are going to go for the 2-point conversion on here. Perry rolling out, passes it off, gets it completed, and the 2-point conversion is good. He connects up with Sam Jones on there for the 2-point conversion, so Perry to Jones. So that brings it up to 36-0 for Wes Carter. Striking early on in the second half on here, the third quarter. 10 minutes and 47 seconds left to go on there. Still a lot of time. So Comets just about struck on the second play with a long run by Latavius Klein, who took it to the house, but however there was a low block against the Comets that brought it back, but they were quick to bring it back down the field again with a nice pass there to Bond, bring it into the 7, and then finally Perry capitalizes again with another passing touchdown. Ori Perry 2 touchdowns on the night as the Comets getting ready here to kick it off. Garrett Wolf once again kicking off again, getting a lot of action here tonight on these kickoffs. Usually there's two ways to wear out your kicker. One way is to score a lot and let them have lots of kickoffs, and the other way is to punt a lot. And the Comets, they've been wearing Wolf out on here by scoring and scoring often on there, as there's the kickoff there. Nice long kick. Takes it all the way back to the goal line there for East Carter. As he brings it up about to the 25. So nice 25-yard return there for East Carter. On the longest kick of the night there by Wolf. Takes it all the way 40 yards down there. Takes it all the way down to the goal line there for the Raiders. But he's able to return it back, so definitely a good move on that part to keep rolling. As the clock is now rolling here at West Carter, 9 minutes and 40 seconds of the third quarter here. Kazee takes a snap, hands it off. Takes a nice little cut, starts heading upfield, picks up about 8 yards on the play. That was Underwood on the carry. So picks up about 7 on the play. Be about, or 6 on the play, I should say. It's 2nd and 4 for the Raiders on the 33-yard line. Kazee passes it out, and it is in and out of his hands. Wide open receiver on the side there. Looks like that was going to go to Goodman. On there, had him right off to the side. However, it just kind of went in and out. And now we got a Comet down right now. Looks like it is Tavius Klein on the ground right now. Looks like it's they're stretching him out, so it kind of looks like it may be a cramp or something here. Like I said, not too hot here tonight, but Klein has been working on there. 3 touchdowns so far on the night for him. So definitely want to try to keep him healthy on there, but he was there for the pass play that fell in and out of Goodman's hands on there. Had it there, just kind of slipped right in and out. It is getting a little bit cooler out here tonight, so condensation may be a little bit of a problem out there. But, of course, as well as we said, this is game 1, for these players. And Klein's back up and on the sideline underneath his own power, so it's good to see him back up on there as well. So 3rd and 4 for the Raiders. As he takes it up and the 4 yards.
Underwood with a first down run. Ready to bring it out to the 36-yard line.
So that is the first down of the night for the half for the Raiders. Because he's now back in the shotgun again. And looks like we got a false start there against the Raiders. So still things not going well for them, as it's still going to be first down there, but they're going to be losing, appears to be 5 yards on the play. Like we said, early on in a season on there, offsides or, miscues like that is very common. And there is another miscue as he is sacked on the snap that is went right over his head, went back to the 20-yard line. So they are definitely hurting right now, as it is now 3rd and 25 for the Raiders. As they're on their own 20-yard line. Four receivers now for East Carter. And we got another flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be another 5 yards against the Raiders on another false start.
The Raiders with another false start. Action up will be 2nd and 31.
So now it looks like they are well deep into their own territory. The scoreboard has it 2nd and 31 for the Raiders. Definitely not their night tonight. Kazee finally gets it in his hands. He's looking upfield, makes the pass, and in and out on there. Pass is broken up there. It looks like that was Blake McGlone, and he's a little slow, stiff on getting up on there, but he is up. Now he's back down again. I'm sure cramps are definitely a big factor because you got to think these teams are not as conditioned as what they typically are, especially at this time of the year. Usually, the players, by this time period has about 4 or 5 games underneath their belt. But tonight being night 1, and especially with social distancing and everything else on there, practices are not the same. But it definitely looks like a cramp on there for McGlone. And he's definitely been another workhorse here tonight. As he has been a favorite target of Perry. Perry's been kind of splitting them up between McGlone and Bond. But he has definitely been putting in his work here tonight. As he's got the trainer down there getting his calves massaged up on there, try to get him off the field here. Like I said, it is it is a warm night, but it has been cooling down here a little bit. But when you're not used to when you come in the regular summertime, you're playing in the heat. You got the 2-a-days, 3-a-days going on. But now with all these new guidelines and everything else, it is a different world for them, and so these players definitely kind of feeling some of the on there, and he's still must be cramping up just a little bit on there as Coach Barker comes to help him off the field there. So 2 of the Comets there, who has definitely been major offensive targets and has done a lot of damage here tonight, has kind of went off to the side with some cramps. As Kazee comes in and he is looking downfield, and it is incomplete. Almost an interception there by number 12, Gage Lettingham of West Carter. They were going stride for stride down the field and everything. It was a race to see who won it a little bit. The pass was just a little bit underthrown out to the target there, and it looks like that was heading out toward Dawson Witt of East Carter, but went straight in there for Lettingham. He had it, but slipped in and out of his hands, which brings up 4th down now and 31 for the Raiders. as we got a punt there. Bond back on the reception there. And they're just going to let it roll there. So the ball was about on the 15, and it sails out to about the 46-yard line of West Carter.
Getting ready to draw for the 50th barrel, coming to the barrel. Barrel is donated by Wanda and Todd Anchorus.
Okay, Comets now starting on the 47-yard line. Perry gets the snap. Quick pass off to the left-hand side there. Who's shoved out of bounds, looks like after about 8 yards there.
The winner of the 50th anniversary barrel, donated by Wanda and Todd Anchorus, is Sarah Helderbrand.
It's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Comets as that pass went for 9 yards. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter as we have a timeout. West Carter. That stops it with 3 minutes and 39 seconds. Definitely a different environment as we see, typically we see the squirt bottles out there on the field and the water girls and boys out there bring out water, but no squirt bottles tonight. We've got, looks like, especially on the East Carter side here, some of the reserves bringing out lots of cups of water or Gatorade on there, trying to get it there, especially, that way, so each player has their own cup, and then they throw it away. And see on the west side line, they got a garbage bag. I believe one of the coaches has a garbage bag collecting up all the empty cups as they get through there as well. So definitely a different environment here tonight on there, but it feels a little bit more normal being out here on a Friday night underneath the lights. As we're waiting just a few moments there as officials at midfield. All right, and here we go for 2nd and 1 for the Comets. Perry hands it off. He picks up the first down and a little bit more on there.
Crampton picks up first down yardage with a 6-yard run.
That was number 5, Cole Crampton, sophomore, on the run there, picking up the first down for the Comets. So they're on the 38, their own 38-yard line. Three wide receivers now and 2 backs for Perry as he's in the shotgun. Passes it off to Bond, who catches it and picks it up. He's got a first down. He tries to juke a little bit, moves it up, and gets all the way up to about the 20-yard line.
Brings it down to around the 20-yard line for a first down. That first down brought to you by Milton Gallup Pharmacy.
So another catch by Bond there and another West Carter first down. They officially mark him down on the 23, so that was about a 15-yard pickup there for the Comets. Perry looks to pass again, has Bond, and a touchdown. So that is another West Carter touchdown as Perry connects with Bond on the right-hand side of the field all by himself. He was wide open on that. And so now that we have got the score of 42-0, we are now into the running clock. Now as we see, it is 1:35 left to go in the third quarter. Comets are setting up for the extra point here. It looks like Wolf's going to be kicking it, possibly. Looks like him and Bond are in the back. Bond's going to be holding for Wolf this time, as McGlone went out just a little bit earlier. There's a snap, the hold, and he splits the uprights once again for another extra point. He's only missed one of them on the night there, so he has done a fantastic job kicking. Usually in high school, a couple things you don't see a whole lot of is kicking on there, unless it's a punt or something else on there, but he has been showing off his stuff here today on those extra points on there. So he's only missed one on the night, doing fantastic. So that brings us up to 43-0. As West Carter well on their way to picking up the 50th Battle of the Barrel here. Looks like the Barrel's going to be staying here at West Carter for this year. Of course, this is definitely always an annual game that is played between the county on here, the two schools in the county, but they are in two different classes. The Comets are in 2A, while the Raiders, being in East Carter having a larger school, is in the 3A class on there, but they always make time and always have a game to play every year to battle for the Barrel. So 1:05 left to go in the third quarter. As we said, we are underneath a running clock now. After you get over 40 points in the lead, the clock starts automatically. There's no stoppage of it, so all the Comets have to do is last about another 12 minutes and 45 seconds, and this one is going to belong to them. Great way to begin off the season as Wolf kicks it off. Nice little kick, ends up about the 20-yard line, fielded by number 21 of East Carter, who breaks through on there, and he's still up. Makes a fantastic return on there. Number 21, Noah Marshall from East Carter, driving him up into Comet territory on there. Makes it all the way up to the 43-yard line, so that is, I believe, got a 37-yard return on there for him. So fantastic gain there for the Raiders, showing a little bit of life here after going down several different 4 and outs or 3 and outs and everything. As time expires here on the third quarter, we're now heading into the fourth quarter with a running clock. East Carter is got some good field position right now, but it's almost a little too late for the Raiders. So the Raiders just about had one score right there in the second quarter as Kazee made a fantastic pass out on the right-hand side there, but it was just barely out of bounds. He had both feet. He was looking at it, trying to make sure that he was in, but ended up he did not get both feet in, so that is where that was the closest that the Raiders came to scoring on there, not counting the field goal attempt that they did have, which was flat, and that was the one that finished off the second quarter in the first half on there, where Latavius Klein picked it up in the back of the end zone and drove it up about 85 yards to finish off the second half. As East Carter now hands it off. He's got a little running room on the side, and looks like he has picked up a first down on there. That's number 32 for East Carter. That is Jacob Underwood picking up about 11 yards on the play. And that's for another East Carter first down. It's their second of the half on there. 11 minutes, 30 seconds. As we said, we're still underneath a running clock here, and we'll be in that way until the end of the game. Two backs for the Raiders, has a man in motion. And we got a flag on the play. Another false start against the Raiders. That's going to back them up 5 yards.
False start and faces first and 15 from the 37.
So it just seems as if the Raiders, they get something going for them. They get a good return, get a first down, and then plagued by penalties. The Raiders has had several penalties on the night on there. Definitely with tempers kind of flaring a little bit, a few unsportsmanlike conducts. So they run the same play again, a pass over there and wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage. That looks like that is Underwood again, as he's wrapped up by number 33, Isaac Bond of West Carter. Still second and about 15. With the running clock, we're down to about 10 minutes left here in the ball game. Raiders trying to save some face here and get into the end zone, or at least kick a field goal here. Well, another errant pass as Kazee is on the keeper. Picks up maybe about 2-3 yards on there.
Around the 32.
So that's going to bring up third down for the Raiders. Looks like it'll be third down and 11.
That's 33, so that'll be gain of 4. It'll be third and 11 for the Raiders.
So East Carter keeping with the two backs back there, but this time he looks to pass. Gets it up there, finds his man, and this is ball pops out, but looks like he was already down. Looks like he's got enough for a first down on there. That was passed to Witt on there, so it was Kazee to Witt. Looks like he picked up the first down for East Carter. So a nice little screen pass toward the middle of the field there. As East Carter moves up the chains again, as they are now on the 20-yard line of West Carter. Hands it off again. Looks like that was number 20 on the carry there. That's Charlie Terry. Picks up a few, looks about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play. Looks like about 3 yards. So that's going to bring up second down on there. The marker person had the 4th on there, but it is second down as he hands off to number 20 again, who is making some motion, but finally gets wrapped up by West Carter's number 4, Neil Lusher. So Charlie Terry getting another East Carter first down there. Now East Carter is facing a 1st and 7, so Only about, I think, the second time they've been in the red zone tonight. As he hands off to Terry again, who sweeps off to the right. Gets caught back up again by the West Carter's number 4, Neil Lusher.
Katie Wilson with the stop. No gain on the play.
So he made a little bit of movement and everything, but looks like he maybe picked up a yard on there. It looks like it's close to the 6, maybe not quite there, but it'll be first and the scoreboard's got it first and 7 or second and 7 on there now. So second and goal for the Raiders. As Kazee looks to pass on his right, he was targeting on there Dawson Witt. Threw just a little bit low on there for him, but would have been a touchdown had he caught it. I know the Raiders are desperately trying to get some points up on the board, now facing 3rd and 7 on there, hoping to get something moving here so they can hang their heads up a little bit higher as they head back to Grayson. But not on that play, as Terry is the ball carrier again. Picks up about 4 yards. He's down to about, excuse me, it looks about the 2 or 3 yard line on there. So they've marked it on the 4 yard line. So it's 4th and 4. So looks like the Raiders are going to go for it. It's going to be all or nothing here for this play with 5 minutes and 25 seconds. As another errant snap on there. Kazee picks it back up, and he's still on his feet, but makes it back to the line of scrimmage before being tied up. So West Carter is going to take over on downs there with about 5 minutes left to go in the game. Our score is still 43-0. So bad snaps has plagued the Raiders all night long. Got started out to an errant punt that they had on their first 3 and out. And there's been a lot of miscommunication between the center and the quarterback on there on trying to get that completed just as well. Comets now taking over, looks like on their 5 yard line. Snaps it up, and it is a run. That is number 5 for West Carter running that. That's Cole Crampton again. I'll bring up second down for West. He picked up about, looks like about 7 or 8 on that. So it will be second down and 3 to go for the Comets. 3 minutes and 57 seconds left to go here in the game. It has definitely been all West Carter all night long. Perry for the pass, trying to hit up number 12 on there, Gage Lettingham. Went straight through his hands, and defender, saw it, could about made an interception with it, but it ended up on the ground. So now 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the game. 3rd and 3 for West Carter. Needs to pick up a first down here so they can just about finish off the game. But as they hand it off, and he has got some running room on there. As he goes down the side, gets tackled right around the 45-yard line.
45-yard line. That first down brought to you by Wilson Cabinet Pharmacy.
So that is another fantastic run there by Cole Crampton. As he picks up another first down for West Carter there. And that's just going to about seal it for the Raiders on there. Comets just need to run just a few more plays on here. If they get another first down, this is definitely over. It's victory formation time. As Perry's in the shotgun takes a step back. He's looking to throw on there. Keeps it himself and keeps on running it up, and he's close to a first down on there as he runs out of bounds, but doesn't really matter because the clock is still running, and we got another flag on the play. So Perry looking to pass on there, ends up keeping it, and looks like it is another unsportsmanlike conduct, but this time it's going to go against the Comets on there. So that's going to push Wes Carter back.
At the end of the play. So that brings out
So that's going to push him back 15 yards on there.
17 yards.
Still first down for the Comets. He was looking to get that first down there. Perry with the snap there. Throws it across the middle, bounces off of his intended receiver there. Looks like that was number 13 there, Dylan Rowe. Trying to hit him right in the middle, but bounced off him and then bounced off a fellow Raider player there. Brings down second down for the Comets. And just a minute, 20 seconds left to go in the game as this has been all sealed up ever since from the get-go on there pretty much. Wes Carter getting East Carter early down 14-0 on there, but they're lining up again, trying to get maybe one more play out of him there as he hands the ball back off again and makes some fantastic running room. He's still on his feet. Finally brought down as Cole Crampton again. Going in to give Latavius Klein just a little bit of a break as the Comets are so far ahead on here. 45 seconds now left to go in the game. So depending on when they put the play clock on, ball's sitting down, Comets can just easily just roll this one right on out. Really not a need to run another play, but they're going to go ahead and line back up with it being first down again. Perry with the snap, hands it back off again to number 5. Makes some fantastic yards, has another first down on there. Cole Crampton picks up another first down, and that is going to finish it up on there for this game. And there's the horn ending the game. Wes Carter moves to 1-0 on this very early late season there. As we see, of course, East Carter was the barrel holder last year. And we see Coach Champ there taking the barrel to give it over to Wes Carter. That barrel stays on the sideline there of the team who won it. And, of course, we see East Carter's coach handing it over there to Coach Barker. And there he is. There's the barrel. And there's the Comets with the victory, 43-0. It was all Wes Carter all the time on there.
Remind everyone that Holland fans, please do pick up your trash cans while we're correcting the receptacles as you leave.
So definitely a huge victory for the seniors and everything. As they go out on top, beating the Raiders, shutting them out completely, 43-0. Fantastic play by all of the Comets on there. Perry, multiple touchdowns through the air. Klein hit it up 3 on his own. Just about had a 4th one there, but really didn't need it there as far as the Comets. They took the lead early, got that 14-0 right off the break. At the first quarter, and then they continued on, marching all the way to the end on there. So definitely want to get Cole Crampton a few more reps on there and a few more yards. Can't blame him on that, especially they had little resistance on the run there. Several Comets were running all night long. making huge gains each time that they carried. Latavius Klein, as we said, at least 3 touchdowns. Could have had a couple more that's on there, but fantastic. As the Comets there taking the celebratory pictures for the winning the barrel on there. So we'd like to thank everybody for viewing here today. Once again, we will be in action tomorrow morning as we are going to have volleyball action here at West Carter High School. 10 o'clock in the morning as the Comets take on, the Lady Comets take on the Lady Rams of Raceland. 10 o'clock in the morning on there. So we hope to see you bright and early in the morning. This is Jeff Irwin here at West Carter High School. I'd like to thank you for a fantastic game and everything, and thank you for your attendance. Once again, if you want to leave any comments, please do that on Facebook. Send us a message. Contact us at mantissportsmedia@gmail.com. Call us at 606-207-3315 if you'd like to advertise with us or if you'd like to sponsor us. And we'd like to be able to provide this as long as we can on there. So for Jeff Irwin and the West Carter Comets here who are victorious tonight, we'd like to thank you once again. God bless you all, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. We'll probably start around 9:45 on the game time. We'll see you then.